Hello, I'm Peter Bergman. This is my official YouTube channel. I'll be updating you with the latest news, so please subscribe to my channel.
Welcome back to our channel, fam. Today is a beautifully chaotic Tuesday, and we are diving straight into the absolute madness that Genoa City just served us on a silver platter. Grab your coffee, or in my case, my fourth energy drink, because we have a massive, lore-shattering bombshell to unpack right now, okay? I literally cannot believe this. Can we please process this mess together? Might delete this later, but I seriously can't stay silent about this anymore. Unbelievable, guys, what's going on here. Listen, I am running on zero sleep, an ungodly amount of caffeine, and pure, unfiltered psychic damage, because the writers just dropped a total game changer that is completely rewiring my brain chemistry. Honestly, I thought we were just getting a standard messy club opening, but no. Basically, the stakes just broke the sound barrier. I hit record at 3 a.m. because this grueling, decade-long journey of watching this show has finally pushed me over the edge. There are legends carrying this entire journey on their shoulders, while others are single-handedly testing my sanity, and I'm going to call them all out right here, right now. Look, we all saw Audra Charles acting completely out of character at the park, right? Suddenly, she's practically weeping over Malcolm getting discharged from the hospital, trauma dumping about Amy Lewis, and acting like she has an actual beating human soul. Holden Novak was standing there looking at her like she grew a second head, and times, honestly, same. Holden is basically us staring at this woman and thinking, wait, why are we like this? He warned her, he explicitly warned her not to poke the bear, not to go to Noah Newman's grand reopening of the Shadow Room, and most importantly, not to start unnecessary drama with Sienna Bacall. Holden was trying to be the voice of reason, trying to keep Audra from self-destructing over her lingering toxic attachment to Noah. But listen, Audra doesn't do reason. Audra does chaos. But Audra is Audra. Her low-key obsession with Noah is a major flex of her absolute worst traits, so of course she's going to crash the opening. We all thought she was just going there to serve looks, sip overpriced martinis, and glare at Sienna from across a neon-lit dance floor. We thought this was just a petty ex-girlfriend turf war over Noah Newman, who, let's be real, is just trying to get some good online buzz for his club. But no, suddenly, the entire narrative flips on its head. Basically, Audra is about to stumble onto the mother of all secrets, and it has absolutely nothing to do with Noah's DJ sets or whatever moody aesthetic he's pushing at the Shadow Room. Please tell me I'm not the only one losing my mind over this. Audra realizes that Sienna is involved in the kidnapping of Jack Abbott. Jack Abbott! I am screaming. I am literally vibrating at a frequency that could shatter glass. This is not a drill. Sienna Bacall isn't just some random obstacle in Audra's messy love life. She is a full-blown criminal mastermind executing a revenge plot against the Abbott family. Honestly, how did we get here? We went from a petty love triangle to a high-stakes felony in the blink of an eye, and I am absolutely feral over it. I mean, think about the sheer audacity. Jack Abbott is Genoa City royalty. The Abbotts have more enemies than Victor Newman has tailored suits, but to actually pull off a kidnapping, who does Sienna think she is? Patty Williams? Sheila Carter? Oh my God. What if Sienna is secretly related to someone from Jack's past? What if she's tied to the whole Marco Anicelli nightmare? What if John Abbott ruined her grandfather's business 40 years ago and she's been plotting this since birth? Whoa, I've really gone off chasing butterflies into another dimension. Bringing the signal back, let's stick to the script. The facts are, Sienna kidnapped Jack, and Audra Charles, of all people, is the one holding the smoking gun. Listen, let's break down how this absolute insanity even happens in real time. Audra is a shark. She's highly observant, fiercely calculating, and basically a walking lie detector when she's not distracted by her own emotional baggage. She's at the Shadow Room, the bass is thumping, the strobe lights are flashing, and she is probably stalking Sienna's every move, trying to find some petty dirt to use against her with Noah. But instead of finding out Sienna uses fake designer bags or whatever, Audra connects the dots on a literal felony. Maybe she overhears a hushed phone call in the VIP section. Maybe she sees a burner phone with a text that says, "The Abbott package is secure." Maybe she spots Sienna wearing a piece of jewelry that unequivocally belongs to Jack. Suddenly, the puzzle pieces snap together, and Audra's brain goes into overdrive. And let's talk about the motive. Revenge against the Abbott family? Honestly, the Abbotts have been sitting pretty in their mansion, dealing with their usual Jabot boardroom drama, completely oblivious to the fact that there is a lethal predator in their midst. Kyle is probably off whining about something. Diane is trying to secure her spot, and Billy is. Well, Billy's just being Billy. Meanwhile, Jack is locked in a basement somewhere because Sienna is out for blood. Sienna isn't just targeting Jack, she is targeting the entire legacy. Basically, this is a calculated, cold-blooded strike at the heart of the Abbott empire. And wait, why are we like this? Why am I suddenly rooting for Audra to absolutely destroy Sienna? I hate Audra half the time, but right now, she is the main character of this entire franchise. Look, what is Audra going to do with this information? This is the ultimate leverage. On one hand, she could go straight to the GCPD, save Jack Abbott, and become the undisputed hero of Genoa City. Imagine the major flex of Audra walking into the Abbott mansion, flipping her hair and saying, "You're welcome. I just saved your patriarch." Tracy would probably bake her a pie, Kyle would owe her his life, and she would have a permanent get-out-of-jail-free card with one of the most powerful families in town. But times, honestly, this is Audra Charles we are talking about. She doesn't do anything out of the goodness of her heart. She literally just told Holden she isn't a monster, but she definitely isn't a saint either. Basically, she is going to weaponize this. She is going to look Sienna dead in the eye over a cocktail and realize she holds the keys to the kingdom. Does she blackmail Sienna to dump Noah and skip town, leaving the path clear for Audra to reclaim her man, or does she think bigger? Does she use this to extort money, shares in Jabot, or ultimate power from the Abbotts themselves? The possibilities are endless, and I am spiraling. Suddenly, this isn't just about the Shadow Room. This is about the power dynamics of the entire city shifting in real time. Audra has the nuclear launch codes, and she is just sitting there sipping her drink, deciding exactly when to push the button for maximum destruction. Actually, wait, let me contradict myself for a second. Would Audra really risk getting involved in a kidnapping? If she knows Sienna is dangerous enough to take down Jack Abbott, isn't Audra putting a massive target on her own back? What if Sienna realizes Audra knows and decides to lock her up right next to Jack? Oh my God, an Audra and Jack Abbott escape room scenario, I would die. But no, Audra is too smart for that. She's going to play this close to the chest. She's going to smile at Sienna, compliment her outfit, and secretly plot her absolute ruin. This is masterclass manipulation, and I am here for every single second of it. Let's just pause and deep dive into the Abbott family dynamic for a second, because times, honestly, the fallout from this is going to be apocalyptic. When Diane Jenkins finds out that Jack has been snatched by someone lurking right under their noses at a trendy nightclub opening, she is going to go scorched earth. Diane has spent years clawing her way back to respectability, and if Sienna threatens her happily ever after with Jack, Diane will literally tear her apart with her bare hands. And Billy is going to spiral out of control. He's going to blame himself. He's going to blame Victor somehow, because that's just what Billy does. And he's going to turn Genoa City upside down. Basically, Sienna hasn't just kidnapped a man. She has kicked a hornet's nest of legacy characters who have unlimited resources and zero chill when their family is threatened. And smack in the middle of this impending war zone is Audra. Look, Audra has always wanted to be a power player. She tried to play the Newman game. She tried to play the Tucker McCall game, but she always ended up as a pawn. Suddenly, she is the undisputed queen on the chessboard. If she plays this right, she doesn't just win Noah back, she wins Genoa City. She can literally walk into Jabot, look Kyle in the eye, and demand a C-suite position in exchange for the exact GPS coordinates of his father. It is a major flex. It is the ultimate boss move. But wait, why are we like this? Why am I hyping up extortion? Because it's incredible television, that's why. I am so sleep deprived that my moral compass has completely dissolved into the digital ether, and I am just riding the wave of this absolute narrative betrayal and transcendent hype. I seriously can't stay silent about this anymore. The writers have completely blindsided us in the best way possible. I was so focused on Victor locking Matt in a room and testing him like a lab rat, and Phyllis spiraling over Daniel at society, that I completely missed the absolute hurricane brewing in Sienna's storyline. This is a total game changer. Listen, if Sienna thinks she can outsmart Audra Charles while simultaneously holding Jack Abbott hostage, she is playing a very, very dangerous game. I need the next episode right now. I need to see Audra drop this bomb. I am officially a hostage to this storyline, and I am never, ever logging off.
Thank you for watching my video. I will be updating regularly with the latest news, so please remember to subscribe to my channel to support me.